when he first started collecting, his collection ended up in his home. So, he'd fill up the hallways, the dining room, his study. There are even some family accounts of a suit of armor in a bathtub at one point, to the very end when his wife probably told him, you should do something more with the collection than just putting it in our home. And that's when he decided, maybe I'll start a museum and share my collection with everyone. One of our most favorite quotes about John Higgins was when he started showing off his collection to people. And it was, if we can strike a spark with our visitors, then we're rewarded. It's specifically focused on the story of arms and armor. However, there are points in our collection, and in fact I'll show you one of my favorite pieces in a minute or two, that also reflect John Higgins and his attitudes and his passions. The night watchman in the sketch was originally going to be John Higgins, but Rockwell was so captivated by the museum that he put himself in the picture instead. So the night watchman is actually a self-portrait of Norman Rockwell. This helmet here is one of the first off the line that John Higgins helped develop for the U.S. Army. The Japanese consulate, to see this helmet, had to come to this museum because he had never seen one before in Japan. Some of the other real surprising parts of our non-European collection are some of these bladed weapons from the Congo. Here at the Higgins, we can tell the story of armor and weapons and warfare. When we move to our new home at the Worcester Art Museum, what will be added is all of the contextual pieces of the story. So when you look at the Japanese conch shell helmet, that will be surrounded by Japanese artwork. So you'll be telling a much greater story, a much richer story. Though the Worcester Art Museum isn't just looking for this world-class collection of arms and armor. They're looking also to us for how we use the arms and armor and how we tell the stories. It's not just going to be putting the suits of armor on display. You will be able to see knights clanking in the halls of the Worcester Art Museum.